Hey everyone, welcome to Shooting the Breeze with Mike and Dave.
Hey guys.
So today's episode we're going to be talking about How I Met Your Mother. If anyone hasn't seen that, it's awesome.
Yes. I agree
So
with you.
this episode is called How Lily Stole Christmas, season 2, episode 11.
Yep.
And the synopsis goes, Lily takes away her Christmas display after she finds out that Ted called her a bad name while she was broken up with Marshall, and Barney is too sick for his Christmas plans. Love Barney.
Barney.
Ah,
An extreme character played by a gay guy, but a womanizing type of character, which is wonderful. I love that part about him. So fun. He plays it so well.
He's Neil Patrick Harris, everyone.
Yes.
Neil Patrick. It's, you wonder, how could that man be gay? His role is so perfect and he executes it perfectly.
Oh man.
That you're like, well,
Yeah.
that guy's gay?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's interesting that his brother Wayne Brady, who isn't gay
and black,
and black,
I love
he's
that.
gay and black in the in the TV show. You're just like,
wait
a minute. Okay.
Reverse
Cool.
roles?
Yeah. It's so funny. Oh. So, as if you've watched How I Met Your Mother, it is narrated by
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
He's Ted, well, the voice
The
of
voice
him.
of old married Ted.
And so Ted was talking about, or Bob Saget was introducing, his Christmases, he has 3 options.
Right.
His dad and his new girlfriend,
Microbrewing. And what's so funny is to watch those scenes where it shows his dad with the beer and stuff. You're like, oh.
Oh my goodness. And then mom and new boyfriend Clint.
And I love how much he hates Clint. Clint. Ugh. He's disgusted by him.
And then super religious cousin Stacy and her family.
I always wonder what religion they are. I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, we're LDS culture here in Utah, but that is so funny to see them.
Isn't it Christian?
Yeah, it's Christian. It definitely is.
It definitely,
so
because
funny.
like they talk about gifts. It's like, is that God's love?
That's right.
It's like, no, real presents.
No, real
man.
presents.
That kid, the one that said
yeah.
that, he reminded me.
He's in another episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
He plays Barney's son
Oh,
later on. Yeah.
That's why he looks so familiar.
And that's because he's trying to act.
Yeah.
And Barney's like, I don't pay you to, gets all mad at him. You don't pull this crap on me.
Because it's his second family.
It's his second family.
Oh, so
That's
funny.
a good episode.
So funny.
Oh, I love that episode.
So funny. I love that one. And then
So he's deciding, and he ends up, hey, I'm going to stay in
with
Manhattan.
his other family, with his friends.
Yep, with friends.
Lily and Marshall.
Yep. And then that scene right there at the beginning after he decides is Lily's decorating, right?
Yeah.
This place is decked out.
It's called Winter Wonderland, right?
Yes, Marshall
it's
dubs
awesome.
it that, huh? Right?
Yeah.
Winter, and he comes out of his room because he doesn't want to see, because he's so excited, so his eyes are closed, but he has to go to school.
He has to write his paper.
And he has to write his paper. Oh, he's going around, and the best part is, he's like, he can smell cookies. Are those, what kind of cookies?
They're super delicious, some type of cookie.
Right?
Yeah. Shoot my dang other senses.
Yeah, because he has heightened senses. Oh. And then he's going for his keys, and he's scrambling around. He tips over a reindeer. Was that a reindeer? Don't tell me.
And leave the cookie bowl.
And the cookie bowl.
Like he tells him like to do stuff, and then he's like, leave the cookie bowl.
Which is
Which is awesome.
Oh, Marshall. He's just a little kid, and through the whole series, that's how he is. Even when he becomes a lawyer and he graduates, he's still a fun little kid. And and it reminds you of when him and Lily they get the house out in New Jersey.
Yeah.
and they're there for Christmas. That's another Christmas episode, and those kids, get them stuck on the roof, and then they start having a party in the house,
and then the kid gets his phone. And he says, "Hey, can you send me some pictures to Lily?
Yeah.
Oh, he still likes me." And it's like,
that is a.
And then one other thing. So when they're doing this, Lily, she left and then she came back.
That's right.
And then preface, and then they found this recording.
A tape, or what is it called?
It's
answering machine.
Answering. Holy cow!
Yeah,
we are so. We know we've had those.
Yeah. What's an answering machine?
What's an answer? So there's an answering machine. They plug it in, and they're like, "Oh, let's listen to this." And then Ted, there's a message for Ted from his dad. Says, "Hey, I'm going fishing with my buddy Clint." And then Ted's dad goes, "Hey, Ted, I'm going fishing with my buddy Clint this weekend." And then Ted turns to Lily, same Clint.
Same Clint.
That is dating his mom.
Dating his mom now.
And then they have the next machine. So Lily's gone, and the duties of a best friend or a friend are to help somebody who is depressed, one of your friends who are depressed, so if it's a male or female, whatever, to get them out of the slump that they're in after a bad breakup after a breakup.
Yep.
But in this case, because Lily is the perfect person for Marshall, it's a bad breakup. And so you have to encourage your friend to get up out of their bed, to get going. Don't be depressed. And kind of badmouth.
Badmouth the other person. Did this
build confidence into the break E.
Just did this ever happen on your mission? Any Dear Johns, and you always were told the other missionary, "Oh, she wasn't that good looking anyway," or did you ever experience that? No. I had that one time.
One time.
It was Tyler Billings.
Oh.
And his girlfriend was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And when she was like, "Oh, what we got was a letter from his mom saying, I saw her in the store clasping hands with another man." And that's literally what it said. It was so funny, and he was devastated, and we were just like, "Dude, Elder Billings, you're gonna find someone so much hotter," and which he did. She's gorgeous and she's wonderful, but you had to say, even though you were like, "This isn't true," you got to make them believe. You got to move on, dude.
Yeah.
And that is what Ted was doing. Was like, "Dude, I got to say whatever I got to say."
That's what the best friend does. Like, boy or girl. Like, if you're a girl and your best girlfriend just broke up with the boy, you better be talking trash about that boy.
Yes.
Same with the dude. You better be talking trash about that girl so that your friend can build themselves up, because it's devastating when you break up. So, I know it's immature and all that stuff, but that's kind of reality of us.
Yeah.
Is when you become an adult, you're not much different from a 15 to an 18-year-old. You just kind of, whatever. So yes. That's what happens. And then Ted tells the next scene, Ted and Robin and Barney.
What was the message?
Oh, she said, "Well, you need to get up out of bed. Lily's just a Grinch."
But I didn't say Grinch. That's Bob Saget saying that to his kids.
Then, it's something else, because he says, "I didn't say that word either."
Yeah. Fudge. But I didn't say fudge. Yeah, I didn't say that either.
And so, Lily got upset because she's like, "Well, why would you call me that?" And he's like, and then the next scene is, I think they go to the bar with Barney and Robin, and they're talking about it, and then he tells, and Robin's like, "That better be you better should have said sorry." He's like, "Well, yeah."
I did.
And then those are the first ones that came out of my mouth. "I'm sorry that you were acting this way."
I'm sorry that you were being a Grinch.
Yeah. And then Barney, one of my favorite things throughout the whole series is Ted Vivian Mosby. That's not my middle name. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Like, you've never said that word. I don't kiss your mother with my mouth yet. So funny. And then, like, it's just that sort of thing. Like, and then they go up to the thing because Ted is trying to apologize with a beer to Lily. And then Barney is sick. And Robin's like, you need to go home and get to bed. Oh, Robin, my simple friend from the untamed north. I love his stabs at Canada.
And then even though he finds out he's like quarter Canadian, he loses it.
And then one of my favorite things is like she says like some Canadian, and he goes, what did you say? She's like, oh, you know what I said. And he's like, yeah, I know what you said. It's so funny.
His disses on Canada throughout the whole seasons are so funny. They're well placed. They're perfect. Oh, I love it.
And then, she, like, then they, like, eventually they start talking about how they try to get Marshall out, and, like, how Ted's like, well, name one bad thing about Lily. There's not two of her.
There's not two of her, right?
You're just like, yeah, that's Marshall. And then, like, they talk about other ones that they talk about with Lily, like, when they did, she's an artist, or she was watching a movie and she was laughing, and she was watching Weekend at Bernie's 2.
And they're like, oh, yeah, she's a laughing slut because she laughs at everything. Because Bernie's 2 is not that funny. Bernie's is funny, but also another Office reference, because that's what Kevin uses in when they're doing the
grief counseling.
The grief counseling, yes. This one time I was at my uncle's house. His name is Bernie.
Wait. That's Bernie at 2. Is that funny? And then, like, Pam had one, and then, like, Ryan quoted The Lion King.
Yep.
And, like, he said Mufasa. And Michael was so into it.
Yeah, he was like, really?
Wow.
Yeah, that would take me, like, 2 hours to explain.
And then,
Barney says, and her art, I'm Lily. I'm an artist. She doesn't even own a beret.
Yeah, and if she's such a great artist, Marshall's saying this, why does she suck at Pictionary? Who tries a ninja star like a Star of David?
It is kind of funny. I mean, if you think about it, I don't think all artists have, like, the ability to draw objects.
No.
I think she's an impressionist, right?
Yeah.
She just makes up these things, and we later find out that her paintings have the effect on dogs to calm them.
And then Marshall calls eventually because he's out doing his paper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he calls Ted and he goes, decorations? Is that really what Christmas is about? Heck yeah. What else would it be about? Try the birth of Christ. You know, Christmas,
Christ, Moss.
Which means more Christ to our Spanish friends.
So good. I love it when I think so Barney's still sick, right?
Yeah.
Then he says, he's telling Robin, whenever I start feeling sick, I just stop being sick and I be awesome instead. True story.
And then he does that, and then he's like, well, I usually take a Red Bull or whatever.
Right, I'm gonna do this
and this, and then he says, just wait for it. It's legend. It's gonna be legend. Wait for it.
And then he's out. He passes out. He's so sick.
So funny.
I even like when so Barney goes to smoke a cigar on the fire escape, and and Robin's like, "Get in here! It's freezing. Are you insane?" He's like, "Hey, blame Lily and her oppressive no cigars in the apartment rule. It's like Marshall's marrying the Taliban."
So funny. I like also with Barney where he's getting sick and
Yep.
he's laying in Ted's
Oh,
bed.
so good.
Barney's like, "Don't look at me, I'm hideous." Robin's like, you just look like a regular guy. Exactly. I'm Ted. I'm wearing elastic waist fleece pants. And isn't it more comfy?
Yes.
And that kind of takes you back to, I don't know if you remember the episode of
The
suit, pajama
suit
suits.
pajamas, yeah.
And then like Marshall
Yep.
comes with the dress skirt
Right,
or the pajama skirt.
Yeah, what?
The
yeah,
nightgown,
the nightgown,
the
that's
nightgown,
it.
and then Barney wears it, and then like two hot girls come in, all like, "Oh, this, oh!"
It's so funny.
And then
I love that.
one of my things with when Ted says, "Well, I'm going to my cousin Stacy's,"
Right.
and Robin calls. He's like, Ted's telling Robin how he's going to celebrate Christmas with his cousin, right?
Yep.
That's basically. They're fine. They're a little weird. You know, they don't believe in gifts or Christmas trees, and they think Santa's how Satan spells his name when he wants to trick us.
It's true though.
It's so
Satan's
funny.
name is Santa in there.
You just have to arrange little words.
So good.
And then Marshall comes back. He blew off his. He comes back and Marshall has a box. Hey, Merry Christmas, Lily. He's like, "What's in the box?" "Only the best Christmas present for the best girl ever. It took me all day to track it down." Lily, "I thought you were writing a paper." "Ah, no. I blew that off. I'll get an extension. School's not important."
School's not important.
That's so funny.
good.
And you know, that sounds like every kid,
Oh yeah.
no matter what they do with school. Like
yeah.
if it's high school or if you go to college, whatever, every kid like, "I'll blow this off.
I'll blow this
I'll
up.
do this later."
I can get this done.
And then he recalls how he learned about it, where Ted and Lily were smoking pot.
Yeah. So because she gets a easy bike oven,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And so Marshall's like, yeah, the reason I know about it is because in college, and then it's a flashback, and Lily says she's there smoking pot with Ted in the room. "When I was a kid, all I wanted was an easy bake oven. I begged and I begged, but all I got was a stupid Lego set because my feminist mom didn't want me conforming to traditional gender roles."
That been so hard times right now. It's like, yes.
It's so funny. And then Ted's like, "Easy bake oven? That's what I'm going to call my van." Marshall walks into the dorm room. "Dude." And this Ted saying, "Dude, how was the concert, Marshall? I couldn't find the outside."
And that takes you back, if you remember, to
Yep.
their episode of where they smoke sandwiches.
Yep, they smoke sandwiches. Kids, we smoke sandwiches.
And then they kept looping around just this one thing, just this
Oh,
small
at the
part.
concert,
Yeah,
yes,
at the
and they
concert.
see the cowboy, and they're like, "Whoa, dude!" And then the TV camera that watches them, it's like they're just going in circles.
It's so crazy,
Oh, it's so
but
funny.
it's so funny.
Oh.
And then one of my favorite too is when his mom calls.
Yeah.
Ted Evelyn
And
Vivian Mosby.
Right.
And then like just like, "You would call Lily that?" "She called my mom?" Like he got upset, and then Clint gets on the phone. "I think we're gonna be really good friends." "Hey, Clint, I think we're gonna be really good friends, Ted." And then yeah, it's just a really good one. And then the last one of the last ones.
Last ones.
Marshall, he walks in. This is like the last scene. Walks in, and he has a living room with the bowl of cookie
Of
dough.
his cookie dough.
And Marshall's like, "Merry Christmas, Marshall." And then he just starts eating like, just.
How many of us do that?
And it would remind me of, so sometimes when I eat a meal and it's really good, like I'll start eating it and I'm like, like I'll start making noises.
Yeah.
Like, And so it kind of reminded me of that. That's why
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, it's so good because I loved growing up. Mom, let me have the cookie dough.
Yeah.
I'll scrape out that
Yeah.
cookie dough, man.
Mhm.
Give me that.
It's like that bowl's clean.
Yeah. It's a perfect ending to Marshall's day.
Yes.
And a good resolve for Lily because she
Mhm.
finds out Ted,
Yeah, Ted loves her, and
Ted
she
loves her.
loves Ted, and
they're
all
best
that.
friends.
Yeah.
It is a really good, feel good, like
Mm-hmm.
challenge and funny,
Yeah.
and is this going to get resolved? and it does.
Yeah, and it was awesome. So, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, and please subscribe, rate, and comment. We are on almost podcasting formats and YouTube.
Yeah.
Have a good day.